Hi class, my name is Timothy Scott. I'm here to send you a brief outline of my theory and practice of e-learning. First question was, what are the main components of your online courses, including a minimum of 3 course goals? From my point of view, the main points are the main components, and the 3 course goals for my courses are: one, find your motivations, then use it. Next, find inspiration for the class is not exclusive to online courses but can apply to virtual and or attended components at home. Because of this, you are way more vulnerable to distractions, making it hard to be motivated to sit down at your desk for an hour or so and dedicate time to your online classes. Two, to cut distractions. Social media, music, and televisions are huge distractions that can affect your participation in online classes. According to Saul 2021, as you begin to develop your changes, elaborating your components, and keeping the audience in mind, and specifically the needs of your students is essential when it comes to their success. Number 3, evaluate the routine online through online classes. You will find that some teachers hold virtual meetings while others encourage discouragement, broad participations. Evaluating these differences is essential for your learning style because you can distinguish which approach works best for you and which ones don't come as quickly. Step 2. Step 2. What are the characteristics of your online learning, and what are 3 distinctive needs or challenges they may face as online learners? Virtual students agree that online education is just as righteous and challenging and traditional face-to-face classes. The online characteristics of my online learning must be self-discipline, strongly dependent, and goal-oriented. Online classes are all about reading. Students should read, learn comprehensive information from their students' material, and share their knowledge in forum discussions. They should ask questions when they require clarification. They must show respect to their peers and instructors. They must dedicate themselves to complete their weekly assignments and discussion boards in their online classes. My online learner may encounter technical issues, lack of interactions, and online distractions. These 3 are the most common for online students. According to Pell 2021, technical issues, learners may not have access to their resources. They need to log in and complete remote learning. If they work from home, they may be on an older operating system, than you're in office computer, or they may have low bandwidth internet with a splitter connection, lack of which would be a lack of interaction, which is also one issue because learning from home is convenient but can also be isolated. Remote workers often report feeling isolated already, and spending more time alone in front of a screen can get in the way of productive learning. Lastly, online distractions. All too often users experience with online learning is sitting passively, regard reading text on a screen, or listen to lectures. When employees don't have to internet interact with the content, they lose interest. Soon they are sidetracked with online chats, cleaning out their box, or general tab surfing. How to solve it? Make training engage for learners through dynamic learning designs. You can also draw learners in by allowing them to interact with the screen, including tests and quizzes that require a response. When you get people physically and mentally interactive with the training, it will be much easier for them to engage with their content. Number 3, what are the 6 relevant and meaningful learning outcomes for your courses? As attested by John of 2017, self-management in learning is vital. An individual's self-academically, the 6 relevant and meaningful learning outcomes for a course are gaining intellectual knowledge, cognitive skill development, boasting knowledge sharing, develop motor skills, attitude and personal growth, and advantage of learning outcomes. Gaining knowledge is the most fundamental outcome of learning. A student or learner must understand a given concept, theory, procedures, or rules in depth. 4, which primary learning theory do you propose to apply to ensure students achieve the outcomes, and what is your rationality for choosing this theory? In this learning outcome, the focus is on rational reasoning. The students or learners are encouraged to think, evaluate, scrutinize certain concepts, and act accordingly. The primary learning theory I propose to apply to ensure my students achieve outcome achievements is behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, humorism, and connectivism. Additional learning theories include transformative, social, and experimental. Understanding learning theories can result in various outcomes, from improving communication between students and teachers to determine what students learn. To utilize my rationality of the 5 ideals, I feel learning is defined as a process that brings together personal and environmental experiments and influence for acquisitions, enrich or modify one's knowledge, skills, values, attitude, behavior, and worldview. Note the International Bureau of Education 2021 learning theories develop hypotheses that describe how this process takes place. Education theorists, teachers, and experts believe these theories can inform successful approaches to teaching and serve as a fundamental for development lessons, plans, and curriculum. Number 5. What are 3 effective strategies to motivate students in the online environment, and what makes these strategies motivational for students? As mentioned by Lindo, 2022, motivation is the core of students' second language acquisition. The 3 effective strategies to motivate students in an online classes are to make my online courses, make my classes interactive, and the simplest way to check if their styles are prone for listening, which is to ask them questions. Online courses, especially for university students, are lecture heavy with smaller groups, seminars for discussions afterwards in a 2-hour lesson. Switching off and getting distracted is easy. As students, as students are just expected to listen and take notes rather than participate in any activity. To encourage collaboration with your students. Students are also more likely to stay engaged if they are required to work together on class projects. Collaboration is vital for students of any age to learn and can be performed through classes, class discussions, team building exercises, or group projects. 3. Give your students a say. Another great way to increase students' motivation is by taking on board their feedback. Students should be made part of the teaching and learning process and, and be allowed to have their say. Teachers can adapt their lessons, their lesson plans by asking students how they think the course going is going and how they would change classes. These are the credibilities that I would use for this week 8 discussion, which I attained from week 6. I hope you like my introductions. Again, my name is Timothy Scott. Thank you so much.